Hello, good evening, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome back to Women's Health Clinic RCHP on Facebook and YouTube. I guess our day went well. Today we'll be sharing another interesting episodes on the page as usual. Remember, hashtag is your food is your medicine and your kitchen is your pharmacy. I guess you guys have been sticking up to make sure your kitchen is a pharmacy that you can visit for your health and your healthy well-being for you and that of your household and your family members. So welcome back. Today we are going to be discussing on timed intercourse for conception. Timed intercourse for conception because fertility is an alarming issue around the globe recently. So we've been dealing on PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and it has been noticed lately that some persons that have been diagnosed with PCOS are having ovulation issues. Reason behind why they are finding it difficult to achieve a pregnancy. Okay, and for people that are not also having PCOS, they are also having fertility issues due to wrong timing. Okay, timing your sexual intercourse is as important as planning for conception. If you are not having sex at the right time, you might not be able to achieve pregnancy as a when due. Okay, so today we are discussing solely on timed intercourse for conception. What do you mean by saying timing? Timing it means a, a method of planning for something. You planning or working out a good time to achieve a particular thing. So narrowing it down to reproductive health as regards conception is a period of planning for conception when a woman is around fertile period. Okay, this is what we mean by timing intercourse. We are going to narrow this into three parts where there is the normal timing, of which a woman that is of reproductive age normally is supposed to ovulate once every month after her menstrual bleeding or before her menstrual bleeding as regards because it's cycle. Okay, so timing it is knowing when you are ovulating or having sex with your partner around your fertile window leading up to your day of ovulation. Okay, so that's one. And then for people that are having PCOS or other fertility issues, there is what we call timing and gonadotropin therapy. Okay, this has to do with giving trigger shots or giving some fertility boost injectables that can help to stimulate the woman's ovaries for her to be able to ovulate. And then alongside, the sexual intercourse is being planned around the time that our ovaries will be able to release eggs for her. So that's another one. And then there is also IUI, which is the intrauterine insemination, which has to do with the artificial means of putting sperm cells directly into the woman's uterus. Is a way of assisted fertility procedure. Okay, and then there's also IVF, in vitro fertilization. This also has to do with giving some trigger shots in order to enable the ovaries to be potent enough to release viable eggs, mature eggs, prior the procedure. Okay, so talking about the timed intercourse alongside with the gonadotropin therapy, it's going to be really narrowed down to people that have PCOS, because ideally anybody that is having PCOS, which we normally know as the polycystic ovarian syndrome, normally have an ovulatory cycles. It's either they have a kind of regular menstrual cycles and then they don't ovulate at all, or they ovulate but it's not regular and alongside their menstrual bleeding is not also regular. So in such case, when your menstrual periods are not regular, it tends to be a little bit difficult for you to be able to, you know, calculates when you are ovulating, or rather your fertile window. So when you are being taking this gonadotropin therapy, there is some procedure attached before your intercourse will be definitely planned for you. So this has to do with giving some trigger shots, and alongside the ultrasound, and as well hormone monitoring. So when you are doing this ultrasound, they're actually helping you to track your eggs to see how mature they are, or if at all your ovary has actually released and over for you after the trigger shots. And as well, the hormone monitoring is also to ascertain some hormones, especially the progesterone hormone, that will signify that actually that the trigger shot worked, and as well in due time you are expecting an ovary, that your ovaries is going to release ovary for you, your ova for you, which will aid the conception process. And this also has to do with your male factor too. Your male partner has to be examined. They have to carry out the seminal fluid analysis to be sure that the sperm cells are active and viable enough to fertilize this egg after the trigger shot has been given. And normally it is within 18 to 24 hours. The intercourse has to be planned around this time after the utilizing hormone surge has been detected. This will give you higher chances of conception. um, the success rate has been recorded within 14 to 23%, that pregnancies has been achieved after a planned or timed intercourse for couples that are having fertility issues or difficulties in achieving pregnancy. Okay, so it's more favorable to you if you are able to actually plan your intercourse, because sperm cell has a lifespan of 3 days and even up to 5 days. So if you're able to work around your calendar and plan your sexual intercourse, who knows, if you are able to have sex every other day or 2 days interval leading up to your day of your ovulation, then believe me, you have at least 70% chances of becoming pregnant. Okay, so planning your intercourse is actually very important for as many as those that are having fertility issues. And there are a whole lot of things that you should also put into consideration. When it's time to collect samples for SFA, which is the seminal fluid analysis, it's normally advised that you come in the early hours of the day. And samples that have been taken in the mornings compared to later in the day has shown that sperm cells taken in the morning, or sperm samples taken in the morning, yielded a better results. So some persons will ask you, what's the right time to plan for your pregnancy? What's the right time to time your intercourse? Yeah, if you ask me, I'll say in the mornings, anytime between 3 a.m., 5 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. in the morning, because ovulation doesn't have that wide window to stay that long, just 12 to within 12 to 24 hours. So if you are using a home predator kit for ovulation, for instance, and then the strip could not pick the LH in time, and if you're able to have sex as early as possible, then you have the chances of still having or the ability to achieve conception, because the sperm will still be able to fertilize the egg. Because when the ova is being released from the ovaries, and it waits for the whole long period of 24 hours, and there's no sperm cell coming to fertilize this egg, then it will disintegrate, it will die away. So there is no large window as per se. That is why you have to try to work around your calendar. So I would advise that if you're actually trying, you're a TTC woman or TTC couples that are trying to conceive, couples trying to achieve conception, then it is good if you are using a home predator test kit for ovulation. It is good to always plan your intercourse in the mornings. Then it is assumed, or studies have actually carried out, that sperm cells are more concentrated and viable in the morning hours. Okay, um and that's a very important aspect anyways. And then some persons will ask you, after planning intercourse, is there any other special thing I need to do? Yeah, there are some things you need to avoid, and there are some things you need to do. we'll be talking extensively on PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. So, dealing on that, for the group of persons that have been diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, there are some essential vitamins that you should inculcate into your diet um, as your routine. You know, we'll also talk about that as well. Talking about things that you should avoid. This is for everybody. As far you are trying to get pregnant, this is for you. If you're into alcoholism, both partners, whether the male or female, it is advised that you cut it out. And then if you are smoking, you cut it out, you stop it, and then eat healthy. Eat healthy. When I mean eat healthy, stop taking junks. Make sure you eat good food. Go to your kitchen and make yourself meals, freshly made meals. Stop eating preserved foods, canned foods. A lot of persons are so obsessed with canned food. Why not go to the market, take your time, sort out these veggies and make it yourself, instead of buying the one that has been canned and preserved, that has stayed there for as long as has even lost its nutritional value. Why do you do that? If you are a fan of this page and you are saying with us, you are reciting with us this hashtag that your food is your medicine, then why are you going for processed foods? How will you get your nutrient? How will your food stand um how will your food be your a source of medicine if you are going for already processed one that has lost its value? So why not you take your time, go to your kitchen, sort it out and get it done. That's what that. Make sure you take good food, eat well, put your weight in check. Don't be obese. If you are obese, you are giving yourself, I think, a lower chances of becoming pregnant. Make sure you are having a healthy weight. Put your weight in check as well. And also stop self-medicating. If you are trying to conceive, stop self-medicating. Make sure you are taking drugs that are being prescribed by your doctor. And then if you're also having a long-term health challenge, health condition, make sure at every first contact when you get to see your fertility specialist, make sure you let them know about it. Okay, this round, all of this will help you have at least a 90 or 99% chances of becoming pregnant, no matter what the underlying cause might be. Okay, so you have to also take some prenatal vitamins as well, which has to do with folate and the B complex generally. This will also help you to build your system prior the arrival of your baby as well. Then for PCOS, inositol, a lot of research has been done about inositol, so it is advised that you incorporate it to your diet. Start taking meals, fruits, veggies, nuts that has the vitamin inside the inositol. It will help to improve your health condition as well. I'll also give some examples of sources where you can get inositol. Okay, talking about fruits, citrus fruits, the oranges, your grapes and all of that, they contain some amount of inositol in them. And then your veggies, also lentils, your grains, the brown rice, oats, fiber, any food that has to do with fiber foods, they have some amount of inositol in them. Just that they vary from one type of grain to the other. Some it is more in amount and some it is minimal. But then if you are eating healthy and then you eat diets that have fiber in them, then I assure you, you are also going to have the nutrient inositol from them. And then some other fruits like banana, it also contain inositol. Then nuts are very good. Your peanuts, your almonds and your walnuts as well, that is actually locally available everywhere. You should have peanuts in your kitchen or in your parlor for snacky, so you don't have to travel all the way to get that. Peanut is the groundnut, the one you know as groundnut. It is readily available everywhere, so get that, incorporate it to your diet. Okay, I'll be wrapping up today's episode. I guess the information so far will be helpful. So wherever you may be, if you come across this video, if you guess it's interesting to you, please don't keep this information, share it to others. Information is power. You might not need it, but somebody close to you might need it. Okay, whenever you come across this video, make sure you share this information so that every other person will benefit from it the way you did. Okay, remember our hashtag, your kitchen is your pharmacy and your food is your medicine. Stay blessed and eat healthy. See you next time. Bye bye.